you doing there?
We're making a cable. How long did he say he wanted his cable?
I think he said he wanted it to be 8 feet.
8 feet. End of the roll. Let's see what I got on this end of the roll. Eight feet 3 inches.
Oh, that's
There's
lucky.
Yeah,
there you go. So we keep getting the same question over and over again. This fan.
Shut the fan.
Yeah. So the
Shutting
question,
the fan, boss.
frequently asked question number 1. Okay, people keep saying they want to know how much they need to send you to reserve an amp or to buy an amp. How much of a deposit that you want?
You mean money?
Yes, to send you to get an amp.
I don't take deposits.
So what do you take?
What do I take? I take payment for an amp because I have amps done. And if I needed, I'm in the amp building business, so it's like a regular company. It's a very tiny, small company.
Very tiny.
But it's a regular company. It's an actual business.
Jimmy.
It's an actual business. Okay, so if I needed a deposit from you to build your amp,
They call that a Ponzi scheme.
that's a Ponzi scheme. That would be really bad. That would be like the particular transformer company I use. They still make my transformers with old piece of wood and paper and a wooden stick, and we work together on the design, and they make, if like I made an order today for a bunch of transformers. If he said to me, well, you got to give me some money before I can build them because I have to buy copper wire,
I have to buy a seed to plant a tree to build it.
I'd be worried. I'd be like, well, you're a transformer company, right? Why don't you have copper wire there, you know, and iron? I mean, why? So it's the same way with me, and I've been seeing a lot of these amp companies these days. They don't even exist. They're just like a pipe dream of a company. They copy some type of an amp, and then they tell you it's coming, and please send me your money and all this, and I mean, there may even be one or not even one built, but that's not the case around here. I've been back doing this full time for a couple of years now, and it's what I'm going to do probably from now on, and I always have at least 4 or 5 amps.
Well,
done,
not always, but
usually. Okay.
usually a few of them around.
Yeah.
They're covered up right now with green.
Yeah.
Blanket.
And because I build them in pairs. When 2 are done, I start 2 more. Okay. And right now, the way sales are going, it can dip down to 1 amp, but there's usually always 1 ready to go. And if it gets busier than that, then I don't want your deposit for a list. I mean, your name would go on a list, and it would go like this: as soon as the amp's done, the first person on the list gets a phone call, and you purchase that amp from me.
So you're not a bank.
I'm not a bank. You know, you can manage your own money. That's the other thing.
Oh yeah, people that want you to they want to make like little $100 payments.
Yeah, no, yeah, none of that. Okay,
so they can reserve a price or something.
Right. In case my costs go up and then the prices go up. I don't know what, or they afraid they're going to spend their money. They don't know how to go put it in the bank or whatever. I don't know, but whatever. There's none of that. So there's no deposits. It's the price of the amp. And when you call me, the only thing that could even resemble a deposit is if you want a custom color, okay? And I don't stock custom colors. Every amp I build, if there isn't a buyer yet, it goes in a black box, okay? It goes in black Tolex.
That's the standard stock
standard
color.
It's my favorite. And there's not many customs I'll do, but I'll do ivory and purple and possibly red.
Ooh, red would be pretty.
But if you want that, right, which we've sold quite a few of those, if you want that, that could take time. But,
But then
I'm not going to say, oh, you have to
special
send
just
me
for
a
them.
deposit so that that I don't get stuck
Holding the bag on a red
amp or a purple amp, because you're going to buy the amp from me, right? There's going to be an amp that's done, all right? Even if it's already in a black box, when I get my purple box, I'm going to take that amp out of that black box and fit it into that purple box, okay, or white, whatever. Or it isn't even in a box yet, but it's done, it's tested, it has a serial number. That's your amp. You're paying me for an amp that exists, that amp. Like if you went to the gun store, what were you saying earlier? Something about that we were
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about?
Well, in California, you got a 10-day waiting period, but you're not like buying a gun that doesn't exist yet. You're buying the one that's inside of the counter, and
Right,
and
or a business would take a deposit, for instance, a real business, like you went in and you said, "Oh, I want that gun right there," and but I don't have the money right now, but I'll have the money in 2 weeks. But someone else is going to buy it. It's a pretty rare gun, whatever. The guy says, "Well, put $200 down on it, and I'll hold it for 2 weeks or whatever," you know. But it exists. It's right there. It's that gun. You could have paid him for it and bought it. Okay, that's a legitimate deposit in my mind. But a deposit on something that doesn't exist, make no mistake about it, that's a Ponzi scheme, and I don't do that. And you know, and
that's why the boutique guys have such a bad reputation for
Yeah.
a lot of.
Well, I guess. But now I used to run another business where I made most of my money from. Not these days. Now, you know, after all my shoulder surgeries, I strictly build amps. But back then, I would build without advertising. I would just build for, you know, clients that would look me up, and they would say, "Well, I got to send you a deposit," and I would say, "Okay, send me whatever you want." You know, if you send me $5, whatever, I don't care. If you feel so inclined to send me a deposit, go ahead and do it, because I'm never going to get stuck with an amp. Even when I wasn't building amps all day and had the new model that I'm building now over and over, even then, if I had an amp I built, eventually someone's going to buy it. It's not, you know, and I'm not broke. I mean, I can build an amp. So even then, I didn't really care about deposits. But now I don't want anything to do with it. I got so much to do building these amps. I can't be the bank. And Michelle, we both don't have time to handle your money and be the bank for you. So I'm selling a real product that actually exists. Every video you see me playing is usually a different pair of amps. I never really make more than 2 videos on one amp or one pair of amps, and sometimes 2
Yeah,
pairs.
usually if someone buys an amp, there's a video with or 2 with their.
Yeah, usually I can tell them that one was your amp or whatever. And then sometimes 4 amps will cycle through here, and I haven't had time to make a video, you know. But there's always amps here. They're real. They exist. You know, right now, that one in the corner over there, I'm making the cable for now. That one's already paid for.
Behind the yellow guitar.
And going out, but he doesn't want to ship anywhere near a weekend, so we're going to ship him on Monday. And he requested a longer cord. And then the 2 on the top under the green cover, and the 2 that are in testing now, that'll be, you know, completely signed off on in a few days on the 2 small 212s over there. So that's 4 amps available right now. Okay, so, you know, don't be upset if you call and they're gone, because, you know, I'm going to build 2 more. And if you call and they're gone, it don't take me more than a month to build a pair of amps. So, you know.
And test them.
Yeah, and your name is as good as your money to me. It's better than your money, because I don't want your money. You know, I just want your
So
name.
we have a product to ship out.
Right, right. That's it. That's all I want.
But I know a cat that wants some treats. She's hungry. So anyway, that's the answer to that question. We don't take deposits.
No deposits.
So if you see this video and you think about making a deposit, just get a piggy bank and put your money in there.
Right. So when you contact me, don't bother asking that question. Ask me. Tell me when you're going to be ready to buy an amp, and if there's one around, if you want one now, and that, you know.
But right now there's no waiting list.
Right, because we get. I can't tell you how much is deposit, how much is deposit, how much is deposit. Like people want to just throw money in all different places and have it sitting out there in the universe with no real product coming in. I mean, I just don't get it. So we don't do that. It's no deposits. That good?
Mm-hmm. Bye, everyone.
Peace out. You can't figure out how to shut it off, can you?